Your environment is way more important than you think. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my belly aching video on what it's like having MS and your environment. And I'm learning a lot about this environmental stuff, so bear with me. I cross the bridges when I get to them. Hopefully I cross them. Speaking from experience, of course, your environment has a ton to do with how you heal, how good you feel, all those kinds of good things. And I've noticed if you're in a negative vibe, or your environment is less than par, because you are sick, so you are in a different boat. That's just weird. You got normal folk that, they can go eat McDonald's 5 times a week, 7 times a week if they want to. They're fine. People like me, that's not smart. I would say the first thing is probably diet. Very unfortunately, I cannot follow that regimen. Well, I can't follow a regimen that would potentially help me. I'm not the only one that's sick. My dad's sick and he grew up in a different time. So, a hot dog to him is wonderful food. A hot dog to me, that's probably why I'm sick. I might have had too many hot dogs. Who the hell knows? This is kind of, I have felt some of these things. I'm curious what they feel like when I revisit them in this rough state, but anti-inflammatory diet is a huge help when you're sick like me. I wish I can eat an anti-inflammatory diet. Yeah, it's hard to follow those things. There's that Wall's protocol, and you can go vegan, you can go vegetarian. There's a lot of things that you can do to have better food. The weird thing I have been hearing is, my doctors even tell me no boxes, no cans, no bags, nothing that I have not been able to see how it was made. Just because there might be some preservatives, some kind of chemicals in whatever food that, it's not going to kill me, but it keeps the inflammatory state alive. So if I want a diet to fix this inflammatory state, it's going to take a while. It's going to take to be honest, 3 months, because I've felt it before. Really does make you feel better, but it is a pain in the ass. Number one, it's expensive. Number two, if you can't cook, you're at the subject of whoever's cooking for you. So that's the position I'm in. I don't exactly know much. All I know is I'm crossing these bridges as I get to them. After you become a nerd, there is a shocking amount of stuff that is in the food that we eat every day that it doesn't work well for people like me. No, it's not gonna kill you, but it's gonna keep this inflammatory state doing well. And as long as your body is in an inflammatory state, then your brain ain't gonna work right. My brain don't work right. Shit, just the other day my dad made me a hot dog and some canned baked beans. No, I didn't eat them, but that just goes to show, to one side of the world, that's food. And that is very possible. You can give hot dogs to starving people in Ethiopia, or, some starving country like that. But if you are sick already and you want to get better, I recommend staying away from things like hot dogs. Then there's the presence of negative vibes or angry vibes or mad people or upset people. No, it's weird. After you get sick like this, you kind of see this new understanding. And I mean, me thinking of myself, it's easy to get mad. It's easy to get bitter. It's easy to just give everything a finger and, screw everything, that kind of stuff. So I understand when people get really bitter, it takes a lot of effort to not be bitter. The one cool thing that I've noticed is when you do pull yourself out of it, you kind of learn the things that help keep you out of it. Then eventually you just learn how to avoid that shit altogether. So your environment is everything. That negative vibe will destroy you faster than eating hot dogs every day, really. For me, for example, I cannot get worked up. It sucks, not that I like getting worked up, but for example, if somebody makes me upset or somebody makes me angry, I start to shake. If I'm shaking, I can't walk good. I could fall and I can get hurt really bad. So I have to pay attention that I'm not around people that make me angry or don't engage with them. I learned something very handy from back in the day. Believe it or not, I kind of learned it in yoga, and it was you don't have to participate in the conversation. And that you can walk away from it, yeah, I get that, whatever, but that can offend people. It works a lot better if you look them right in the eye and just be like, hey, listen, I love you to death, but this conversation is doing bad things to me. I have to step away from it to think or whatever, and then turn around and, then you can leave. If you just walk away from the conversation, because people have done that to me, that can be offensive. Actually, no, you can guarantee they'll get offended. If you just turn around and walk away from somebody, yeah, they might get really mad at you. I have learned through my experiences that, when I'm in a good environment, I suck it up. I laugh, I smile, I communicate, I do all these things. When I'm not in a good environment, I keep my mouth shut. I keep to myself. It's strange. Not that I really know, but it's kind of like an extreme. Well, I do know. It's like an extreme solitary confinement for your own brain. So you can't use your body. You can't do anything. You just gotta sit with your own damn thoughts. You can't even have a conversation with people sometimes. So it could get very frustrating, which can lead you to being bitter. So it's best if you avoid that shit altogether. Some of us don't have a choice. You might be stuck in it. The best I could say is make the best of it. I get quiet. I just get very reclusive. I don't talk to anyone. I keep to myself. Get a hobby. I grow plants. I play with my dog. They help a little bit. It's not like it helps a lot. It just helps a little bit. When I'm in a good environment, man, I suck it up. I chat my brains away. I have people come visit. That's another thing too, when you have people come visit. Because having something like this makes you very self-conscious. So you don't want anyone to see you like this. It's good practice for me to get my ass out there and just have people see the realness of what this disease can do. Anyway, thanks for watching my video on my belly aching. Maybe it helps somebody, maybe it doesn't, who knows. I don't really worry too much about that. But I do, learn some things, and I know that your environment, man, it's got everything to do with you healing. You can't heal in a bad environment. You can only heal in a good environment.